Got a little straight stretch. I'll open her up a bit. Right to 30 kilometers an hour. I gotta lay off her. Oh, there's a pine cone. Another one. Got him. All right, welcome back, Lube Tubers. Jamie Bruce here, doing something a little bit different today. We're on the chicken prowl right now, back dirt road, and been eyeballing a couple little trails I'm gonna go check out. I got this electric bike, this Hiboy P6. You probably would have seen it on my Instagram. I finally get to put her to work today. Every once in a while, you know, when you're a big time lube tuber such as myself, these companies will reach out and send you a product and ask if you can make a video on it and check it out. Usually it's nothing real thrilling. It's a lot of like Chinese lithium battery companies and everything like that. But when I saw this email and saw this thing, I was like, yeah, that's an absolute chicken weapon if it works okay. I have ripped it around the house a little bit, and you know, seems worthy enough to at least take into the bush, but we're gonna hop on it, get on the prowl, see if we can't find a couple grouse. But anyway, either way, I'll show you how she operates. We're gonna learn together on this one if it's worthy of the forest or not. But I'm just humping up this back road. I'm gonna go to where the road ends, and a lot of these logging roads will just like grow into nothing, and there might be a little, you know, goat trail you can follow. So hopefully it works out for that, and we'll see you on the trail. There's one on the way in. All right, we made her. Even dusted one up on the way in. A beauty. That's what we're after. It is early in the season, so usually the grass is long along the roads and you can't really see them as well, and they're just doing their thing in the bush a little more. So hopefully we can get the rig out after them here. Let's see if it's an actual advantage to have. Skater off the Project M here and show you what we're talking about. All right, so here she is. Like I said, it's the Hiboy P6. It's a hardtail bike. You know, there's a lot of videos and available material to go through that aren't going to cut into our chicken hunting time. So I'm not going to go through everything, but it's a big fat tire bike. I guess you can use them for snow and stuff. I don't know. I've never really been on one. But I used to have mountain bikes when I was a kid, and as far as I can tell, it's a pretty quality build. Like I said, I wouldn't be hauling it out here if after my initial reactions it was no good. But yeah, we'll see how she handles. The battery pack's right here, just pops off, and then yeah, everything else looks pretty standard to me. One thing I did notice is the brakes squeak a little bit. They're mechanical disc brakes. I don't know if they just have to get worn in or what, but that's the only initial thing that I noticed in my initial couple rips on it. So yeah, we'll stop talking and get her on the trail. I can't wait. This time of year, it's hard to get your truck back in a lot of these places, obviously. Well, any time of year. So I've done the ATV thing before, but they're just so loud and you just kind of end up flushing a lot of them. So I think the stealth of this thing is going to help a little bit. Put her on the old factory kickstand there while I grab my gun, and we'll get to her. Just have the tiny little break action 12 gauge with me. Fire on a sling over my back. I've actually chicken hunted on a pedal bike before in an area where you're not allowed to use motorized vehicles. So it's been about 10 years, but here we go. I just turned her on when I got it out, but oh, so I missed the install memo on that reflector. Anyway, we got a full charge. Took a little rip with it around the camp, but got 10 kilometers on it so far. Only one accident. These things are fast, I can tell you that. You got to use some caution and be careful, but I don't really have it set up exactly for what I need, but I could probably put those down a little bit. Anyway, let's get chicken hunting. Got my big Irish setters on today, so I don't have a whole lot of interest in doing a bunch of pedaling, but she shut off, must be on a timer. Well, there we go. It's just a twist throttle, like a, you know, like a dirt bike, and we're just gonna run that. Only pedal if we need to. Okay, we're rolling now. Other than me yapping away, I just want to hear chickens. Oh, we got some water already. There's no like flares on this or anything, so I'm sure I'm gonna get a soak back and soaked shotgun at some point, but that's a pretty deep little puddle we just treaded through. So far, so good. There's a chicken already. Got him! There's dinner. I didn't use the kickstand. I just didn't want to mess around. Wanted that chicken. Yeah, so far so good. I just drove like 20 kilometers on a dirt road in here and got one. And literally went, you know, a couple hundred yards on one already. A lot of times it just takes getting a little bit further away from where a pickup truck can get. Now we got to figure out how many of these we can fit in the old backpack here. All right. Back on the saddle. Chicken number one, and we still only have 10K on her. System worked good so far. Strap her back up and go. I will get this thing over on the open roads and do a little kind of a speed show, but I can tell you, I was probably going about 45 kilometers an hour my first collision with it. And it wasn't a collision, I had the seat too low and I went to pedal going that fast just to see if it would go any faster, which is super dumb, and ended up having a wipeout. But this thing's pretty agile. You can see this is an old road, so there's two, like, you know, there's a dip on either side. There was a near crash. So I'm just trying to ride this middle part so I'm not getting whacked by the sides, but I might just have to stay in one of these ruts and go. But she's smooth, I can tell you that. I gotta put some gloves on. Yeah, there's that brake squeak. I'm hoping that goes away on its own at some point, but I think what I'll probably do eventually is just throw some hydraulic disc brakes on. I've got a Norco mountain bike at home with two 8-inch hydraulic disc brakes, so just the spot for it. But so far so good. I'm gonna throw some gloves on. I've been whacking all these little tag alders and trees and that, but it's pretty damn fun so far, I promise you that. Well, I can tell you so far that it feels solid. Like, I don't feel like I'm on a cheap piece of junk or anything. Like I said, I've had high-end mountain bikes in the past, and other than the brakes, everything feels, you know, nice and tight and solid. So for how much this thing is, I think they're $12.99 Canadian on sale right now, less if you use the discount code below. But you're getting a lot of equipment for that. You'd be hard pressed to find a mountain bike without a motor for that price, to be honest. But let's go back to chicken hunting. Got a little straight stretch. I'll open her up a bit. Right to 30 kilometers an hour. I gotta lay off her. Oh, there's a pine cone. Another one. Got him. Oh man, bike chicken hunting is unreal. That was on the speed rip. I opened her up on the straight stretch. Yeah, see, I did the same thing and just dumped her. That's just kind of my thing, I guess, when I'm bike chicken hunting. Yeah, let's do a little pedaling just for show. Yeah. Yeah, that's pedaling. There's electric assist. There's 3 modes. There's just straight pedal, straight motor, which a big bubba like myself really enjoys, and pedal assist. So I'm in a pretty low gear right now and just chooching up this hill, but I'm sick of pedaling already in my big boots. Let's just put her back on wheels. Let's just straight power up a pretty good grade there. I'm sure if you get a real steep hill, like I've ripped her up a couple steep hills around the camp, and You just throw a little pedal in there and it crawls you up. Like this is a steep hill. We'll see if we can. Yeah, like something like that's nothing. But get a real good grade going, and might have to throw a little bit of manpower in there. I'm just treating her like a dirt bike right now. Got him. Might be chirping me for using the 12 gauge, but you see how thick the bush is here? Little 410 ain't gonna do her. Whoa! Grabbed her by the throttle there. She come off a little hot. Oh, I guess we'll pedal a little bit. Just to say we're out for a morning workout. Is that another one? Roost up to her. I don't think it is. Alright, she's getting a little rugged here. Oh, there's some big boulders. Just give her a stand and go. There's a little test for you, bikey. Whew. Well, there's a limit. Oh, I turned the LED light on somehow on the bike, but we're turning around already. That was freaking awesome. Oh. Back the other way, I guess. Made her back safe and sound. It's actually only about a 5K trip. Yeah, we started at 10, it says 14, but I'm sure she's ready to teeter. The battery level, I saw come down to 1 bar and then back up to full. So it's feeling it a tiny bit, but I probably put 2 or 3K on around the camp just messing around. So they say the range is 50K. I think that's probably for like a 130-pound rider. I'm about a double human in that department. You know, I'm 6.5 feet tall and 230, so it fit me pretty good. Like, I thought it was kind of on the small side for me, but just adjusted her up and no complaints there. Okay, well that was seriously fun. Got a full 5 bird limit, you know, just in a few kilometers. And I should say too, like, I don't get paid by this brand to do this video. They just give you the bike and say, hey, make a video. So anything I say is just my legit thoughts. You know, if it was a piece of junk, I'd tell you, because it really doesn't matter. It's not like they're signing checks. So I'm definitely going to do that again. That was a good time. You get kind of soaked because a lot of these old, like, unmaintained cut roads and all that, there'll be 2 ruts, so you kind of have to pick one. If you stay in the middle, it's just asking for a wipeout. But ran over some pretty big boulders and, like, really didn't pedal. I ain't looking for a big pedal-a-thon today. I wanted a quick way to get dinner, and yeah, it was just super easy to load in and out. Don't have to deal with the trailer or a quad or anything like that, and just get off the beaten path to some unmaintained territory. But like I said, you can find all the stats and everything in other videos. That's not what I'm about. I just kind of thought it'd be a fun little video. YouTube gets a little bit weird about the hunting stuff, so I don't know how much I can even put on there, but we'll fire up and like, subscribe, all that. If you do want to check them out, like I said, they're on sale right now. I think they're 1,300 bucks Canadian. Click the link, use my code, and save yourself a few bucks if you want to check one out. I'd recommend it. Like I said, the only downfall I can see is the mechanical disc brakes over hydraulic ones, which I fully understand for 1,300 bucks. But I'm going to upgrade that, and yeah, it's relatively easy to do. So that's the only downfall. Everything else so far, pretty damn sweet. See you on the next one.